Where's the button? I don't see a button on this phone. I see a square, I see a rectangle, and I see a round circle. Buttermilk, I don't see no button on this thing. There ain't no button on the phone. This is modern technology. Whoa, I think he's trying to focus. Hold on for a second. Ha! There we go. It's slipping. My mouth is moving and the words are coming out later. Ha! Hold on. I don't know what we pushed. We pushed something wrong here. Hey, let's stop this. Let me push the button here and maybe that'll stop right there. Buttermilk. I think we got it. I'm not sure. Buttermilk, shut the air conditioner off. You hear me? You got it. Buttermilk, you got to shut the air conditioner off again. There's rattling going on while we're doing this video. Crazy cow. Push the button. Push the button. No, now. Buttermilk, push the button. Thank you. People don't want to hear go rah. What's wrong with you, Buttermilk? What do you mean it ain't running? It's running. It's running. I can see it blinking. I can see a light blinking right there. So right there, right there, the red button blinking away. Yeah, that means she's working. She's running like an old Ford. Yeah, she's going. We got her going. I don't know what was wrong. We couldn't get her started. She wouldn't start. It's an old phone. Buttermilk said, you need to go down and buy yourself a camera so you can make good professional videos. Go, yeah, right. Hang on. We ain't got no money, but hang on for a second. I had a drink. You know, I'm going to tell you some drama in this video. Not only about Buttermilk, but about Darlene. It gets better. Hang on here. Hey, hold on. Dark beer. Anyway. We're back in the shed. As you can see, we're back in the shed. I never got out of the shed. And we had that UFO thing going on and a toilet thing going on. And Darlene lost her mind. I snuck out one night. This is the last video. If you watch my last video, we snuck out. Hold on, Buttermilk. We got to say a proper hello. Buttermilk, say hello. Buttermilk, say hello even better than that. She's under the weather. I'll explain to you in a second. It's going to get good. This video is going to be a good video because there's a lot of drama going on. I kept sneaking out of the mobile home. Back up, Luke. Anyway, I'm lukewarm of Lukewarm and the Biscuits. And the Biscuits are my backup singers. There's Darlene, Marlene, Charlene, and Arlene. They're all leaning. I don't know which way they're going, but they're leaning. Anyway, I got moved back in from the shed, and I was only in there for maybe about 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. Darlene threw me out again. She says, I don't want you drinking no more. You get crazy when you're drinking. And I said, girl, I gotta have my beer. She says, it's either me or the beer. Get out. And I was little on my way to get me a tall boy. I had him in ice under the mobile home in a cooler. She won't let me bring my beer in the house. She ain't bringing no beer in this house. ain't bringing no beer in this house. She says, Darlene going, ain't gonna bring no beer in this house as long as I'm alive. And I'm going, damn, girl. Oh, what's that? You hear that, Buttermilk? Listen to that. That's a tornado whistle. Uh-oh. That's what that is. Listen. Listen up. Hear that? That means there's a tornado maybe coming. I hope not. we don't need no tornadoes out there in Double. There ain't nothing there to tornate. it'd be just nothing but dirt going around. Maybe a few cows, chicken or two. Well, that's what that was. We got one of them towers, you know, them high towers. They got horn on it, and that thing goes, and that's telling there's a tornado. It's a tornado warning. That's what we got to do out here. Where was I? Damn, you did it again. I can't remember what I was thinking about. It just went poof. What was it, Buttermilk? What were we talking about? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, there it is. It just comes back like turn the light on and off. Boy, it ain't easy being me. Anyway, Darlene said to me, she says, it's either going to be me or the beer. It's either going to be me or the beer. And I just stood my ground. I stood on the front porch with my tall bar in my hand, sitting there like a man and taking it and said, I ain't giving up my beer for nobody. And she goes, get out! Get out of my house! Damn, girl. You get radical on me. So anyway, because of that, here we are back in the shed again. Back in the aluminum shed way back in the back 40 on the Double Dimple Ranch. Man, I'm telling you, that girl is just, she's fit to be tied. You can't go left, you can't go right. You try to go to back, down the middle, boom, shoot you right in the head. And Buttermilk, what are we going to do? Yeah, well, it ain't your word, it's my word. I don't want, hang on for a second. Oh my goodness. I ain't giving up my beer for nobody. I ain't going to do it. I ain't going to do it. I got it all figured out. Yeah, Luke ain't stupid. I might be a little dumb, but I'm not stupid. You know what's coming around the corner? The holidays. Yeah, the holiday. You got Halloween, and you got Thanksgiving, and you got Christmas, and you got New Year's, all in a row. And Darlene's going to want me to decorate the mobile home with Christmas lights. She's going to want me to put up a Christmas tree that's in a box somewhere back in the barn, I guess. I don't know. She's been using them. Oh, it went bleep again. Did you see that, Buttermilk? It went bleep. It just went bleep. Damn cell phone. Lost his mind. I think probably the heat. Went back in the shed at 4,000 degrees. Anyway, what I'm saying, I got a plan. we got this figured out. Yeah, we do. No putting nothing on me. Luke's smart. He's a smart. I'm smart. I got a lot of smarts. I know the holidays are coming up. She don't want Christmas lights up. She don't want a Christmas tree. Want the Christmas tree up. Ha! There, stuttering again. She's going to want the Christmas tree up. She's going to have Christmas. She's going to want me to come in to do Thanksgiving dinner. Go and get a turkey. Yeah, New Year's, all that. All that's coming, all coming down pike here. Yeah, it is. And I'm sorry. I shouldn't laugh, but I got one up on her. She don't know it, but she's going to come to me pretty soon. Right now, we're slapped down into August. We get into September. Gets a little cooler. It gets into November. She's going, I'm going to have Luke do me some work around her. I'm going to have to get along with him. And she'll let me back an hour. We'll be right. We will. Buttermilk, what's this video supposed to be about in the first place? What? A haunted barn? What? What do you mean the barn's haunted? Yeah, so you crazy. There ain't no such thing as a haunted barn. Haunted. I can't. I can't even say it. Haunted barn. That's hard to say. I take a little brain matter to say that. Haunted barn. Yeah, say that 3 times back. Okay, let's try it. Haunted barn. Haunted. I can't. Buttermilk, ever since we had that UFO thing going on in Double Dimple, you've been spooked. And you won't go back in that barn. And we'll put you back in. You got to stay in that barn. Buttermilk, you got to stay in your house. You can't be out there. You can't be living in a lunar shed, Luke. Ain't no room for you. Take up the whole damn shed. And damn, living with a cow. I've gone from living with Darlene, having a wonderful life, to living with a cow in a lunar shed. Something ain't no right about that. Something really wrong about that, to tell you the truth. But anyway, Buttermilk says, the barn's haunted. He says, we need to de-haunt the barn. It ain't haunted. There's no such thing as a haunted barn. Buttermilk said, yeah, there is. Yeah. She said to me, she come running out of that barn. She had to be going 110 miles an hour. Yeah, I never seen a cow. Cow go so fast in my life. She blowing propane out of her end. Just, there cow. I mean, in the middle of the night, flames coming out of the back of a cow go. She was moving. I said, damn, Buttermilk, what did you see? She saw something. I don't know what she experienced, but man, her eyeballs were huge. Her ears were up. Tail was up. Head was, everything was up. She was gone, man. And she ends up, when Darlene threw me out, it happened the same night. I heard all kinds of spooky noise and stuff going on in the barn. Some lights flashing on and off, but I didn't see nothing. I didn't hear nothing. I just kind of heard that. I didn't know what was going on. Anyway, I saw Buttermilk run out of that barn like lightning strike her. Square in the head. That cow, I ain't never seen a cow go as fast as my life. But Buttermilk, she know spring chicken, if you know what I mean. If you know what I mean. She just kind of lumbers along like a cow, you know. Anyway, she shot out of that barn. Damn, that cow was moving. And I went out to her pasture and got her, walked her back in. She would not step back into that barn. She says, I ain't going in there. I ain't going in. I ain't going in. Oh, shit. It happened again. This just keeps happening to me. I'm gonna have to go to a brain specialist. Yeah, I'm gonna have to make me see. I can't. My eyes stay in one position. They're just staring. My mouth. This is just weird. I could see my mouth moving in the camera, and I could hear myself. But my eyes just stuck. They just stuck. Where are they? Where's my eyeballs? Right there. Right there. Stuck. It's stuck. Whoa. Oh, I came out. I'm good. I don't know what that is. That's scary. You worried about haunted. Buttermilk, you worried about a haunted barn. No, I'm burping up beer and staring at nothing. Buttermilk's worried about being in a haunted barn. But you know, that's just, I think she's making all that up. I think she's just spooked for no reason. We'll go back to that in a second. Where was I? Anyway, sometimes I just freeze. Like just then. I just freeze. And my eyes won't move. My mouth will move and my eyeballs won't move. That's scary. I gotta go. I don't know what's going on with Luke. So gonna hit me in the head with something. Maybe straighten it out. I don't know. Get an old stump and go. Hit me a couple of times. Back of the head. Maybe shake some stuff loose or better, or put it together or something. I don't know. But man, that's scary, Buttermilk. That's scary. We need a drink. See, Darlene doesn't want me to drink. Now I know what I'm drinking. She don't want me to drink. I get nuts if I don't drink. I just get nuts. Mm-hmm. Now I want to tell you something. Hey, hang on. I want to tell y'all something. And this is kind of important. I want you to take them cow hairs on a handkerchief. It gets a little warm in there. Critter hairs everywhere. But I want to share something with you guys. I'm going to back up and make this a public service announcement. Yeah. That's what that is. It's called, I looked it up. It's called a PSA. It's a Buttermilk. We're gonna do a PSA. Mm-hmm. Yeah, right. What's PSA? Now, PSA is a public service announcement. That's what that stands for. Yeah. I looked it up. I Googled it, and it said that's what it said it was. So here's a public service announcement to all you youngins out there and all you people, everybody out there, everybody that follows Luke. Don't drink. Don't drink like Luke does. I'm not saying you can't have a beer now and then, and maybe a glass of wine or something like that, but just slow your roll. Don't drink. you don't want to be dependent on it. You know what I'm saying? You go. You know what happened? You get kicked out of the mobile home. Oh my God, it ain't good. I'm going to try to cut back a little bit. Maybe just drink maybe a 6-pack a day or something like that. I don't mean drinking all the time, Get a little expensive. Where were we? There it is. He did it again. This is getting kind of scary now. I'm kind of concerned about this. My eyeballs are just stuck. I see them moving a little bit, but they ain't moving normal. Oh, blink. Ha! I see them blinking. They're working. Ain't gonna come back. Come on. Hey, I'm gonna do something real quick. I'm gonna tap over here. Well, that ain't working. We'll tap on this side. Tap over here. Well, that ain't working either. Damn, I can't get my eyeballs to stop freezing up. I'm gonna tap here harder. Oh, there it goes. Damn. What's wrong with me? That's something seriously wrong going on right now. You shouldn't have to tap on the side of your head to get your eyeballs to move. What, Buttermilk? Well, yeah. I know. We're supposed to be talking about your spooky barn. Okay, let's get back to the subject. The subject was you ran out of the barn like lightning. And you won't go back in the barn because you tell me the barn is haunted. So we're going to go in the barn and find out what's going on tonight. You ready? What? She said, I ain't going to go in that barn ever again. I see spooks in there, and ghosts, and all kinds of things floating around and all kinds of creepy things flying around. She says, the barn is haunted. The barn is haunted. You know, she might be onto something because, you know, I'm not too busy on, hang on. Well, there we go. I'm not too up on haunted things and haunted houses and haunted people and ghosts and stuff. But I saw a ghost one time. I did. I saw a ghost. I was on the road. I was on the road and we stayed at this lady's house and she had a back apartment. She did. She had an old garage apartment. They refitted and made a little efficiency. And me and the girls, Darlene, Charlene, Marlene, Darlene and Arlene and all the girls were staying with me all in this one room. We all bunked together. We had like bunk beds. And that lady said to me, oh, there's a ghost in the house. She said, that used to be a garage. And then we fixed it up and made a little back apartment so we could rent it, make some extra money. I'm telling the story about enough so you understand what ghosts are. So you know. Anyway, I'm laying in the bunk. I was on the top bunk. And the girls are sleeping on the bottom bunks. It's like 4 o'clock in the morning. We hear this. And I'm going, it woke me up. Maybe that's why my eyes freeze like that. Maybe because I'm so good. I don't know. Whenever my eyes were like that, they were. And as you look out, as you sit up and you look out, you can see the door. The bathroom was just to the right, and there was the door, the bedroom door. And I kept looking at the door, and it was going. And it opened. And Darlene and Charlene and Marlene and Arlene down in the bottom bunk going, you see that? Luke, you see that? And I'm going, I didn't want to say I did or didn't. I didn't want to get all involved with that. I said, no, ooh, spooks. They would come and get you and take your brain out. Eat your brain or something, or possess your body. Yeah, man, they'll possess you. You'll be doing stuff you never thought you'd ever do, and you get arrested for it. And it wasn't you; it was the ghost that did it. And they possess you. Yeah. You listen to this, Buttermilk. I'm telling you about real ghosts now. Okay. So anyway, we're laying in bed, and Darlene and Arlene go. Right there. Look right there in the doorway. Right there in the doorway as the door opened. There's this figure. Hang on. There was this figure. Long, tall guy. He had long tails, like a tuxedo tail. He dressed all in gray and black. He had like a top hat on. He looked like a politician, like Abraham Lincoln. It wasn't Lincoln. I don't think so. Who knows? But anyway, he looked like him. He had hollowed out eyeballs. He didn't have any. You could see through his eyeballs, right through his head. It was scary. Anyway, we all saw like that image coming through that door. And then it just kind of came through. It looked at us and kind of just stared like this. And a lot worse than that. I can't do it. I can't do what he did. Anyway, he just kind of looked at us. And then he turned around, walked out. And you know, he was a gentleman. He was. He actually shut the door. How he did that? I didn't see no hands. Oh my God. But he did. He actually shut the door of the bedroom. And Darlene and Marlene and Charlotte, they jumped out of bed. They go, whoa! They were standing up going, we're going to get out of here right now. Right now. Darlene's going, we're leaving now. We're leaving now. We're leaving now. Whoa. Calm down, girls. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. We got to get some sleep. We're on the road. We got to get some sleep. We got an opportunity to stay here and stay. No. We're leaving. We're leaving with you or without you. We'll get in a truck. We're loading up. We're going to wake up, Buttermilk. We're driving out of here. And so I said, okay, we'll go. So anyway, as we're leaving, I guess the landlord saw the light on in the back house garage in the apartment that we were staying in. And he come out, he said, where y'all going? He says, and Donna said, we ain't staying in our house and no ghost. He said, well, I told you there was a ghost in there. She says, does that ghost have a name? She goes, yep, his name's Cecil. His name's Cecil. He's been in that garage for over 100 years. That garage was built back in the turn of the century, back in like early 1900s. 1910, 1920, somewhere around there. Yeah. There were stories about who he is and how he ended up there. But he don't hurt nobody. He just kind of looks at you and stares and shut the door and leave. She goes, we ain't staying here. We ain't gonna stay here. So that's a true story. Yeah, that's a true story. It is. I'll tell you. Lou ain't gonna make up no fibs. Anyway, so here we are now. Buttermilk don't want to stay in the barn because she says it's haunted. So she didn't say anything about seeing ghosts, but she says she's haunted. It's hearing noises and wind, and the building's crackling and moving, and the ground's moving, and the gates are open, and the doors are shutting, and the windows are open, and the lights are going on and off. And she said to me, Buttermilk said to me, I don't know if I could say it like you can, Buttermilk. This would scare the bejesus out of me too. She said that she was in her I lost my train of thought. This is a hard to tell story. She was in her I forgot the name. And she was in her little area where she stays, in a little corral in the barn. And she literally she can reach over and she can get a hold of the pin, and she can pull it up and she can open the gate and walk out. And she did that. She walked out, and she came in that barn like a streak of lightning. And then I saw her in front of the front yard of the mobile home. Her eyeballs like that. And I said, okay, she saw something. But anyway, so I guess what we need to do now is we need to find somebody to de-haunt the barn. Hang on, I gotta wipe. It's 9,000 degrees in there. So anyway, if you know anybody out there that can de-haunt my barn, come out here and shake some rattles and make some smoke and make a fire, whatever they do, and stomp around and do some chants and get rid of the ghosts out of Lukewarm's barn. That's hard to say. Yeah, we can't have a haunted barn. We just cannot have a haunted barn. Because if we do, Buttermilk ain't go back in. Buttermilk left, the other cows left, the chickens ran out, the geese ran out, and the hogs ran out. I got an empty barn. That ain't good. Anyway, hang on, I gotta have a drink. It's hot as Hades in this shed. Well, I'm not giving up my beer for nothing. I will sit here and I'll percolate and I'll melt. I'll just be a big pile of blood. That's what I'll be. I've been drinking beer all my life. It ain't hurt me. And I'm saying you young'uns don't be drinking it. But, we got to go, Buttermilk. We got to go. We told them a story about the barn be haunted. And that's the way it is. This is the way it's going to be. And we're going to find somebody. I think we need to go out for the west. I know a couple Indian folk out there. I do. I know some folks out there on the reservation, and they'll come on in here and they'll burn some smoke and whatever they gotta do. They'll get them haunted things out of that barn. We'll have our barn back. Yeah, we will. We'll be okay. It ain't that bad, right? You know, to you, I think she's making this up. I think she's making it all up just to be on camera. She likes the attention. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Anytime we do these videos, she gets all excited about it. Yeah. Either next time you need to turn the damn camera on. Pay attention to what you're doing. Ah! Anyway, I'm gonna go. Love you guys, and I will get back with you and let you know we got the spooks out of the barn. How we're all doing, and if I'm getting back in with Darlene or not, or I'm gonna be stuck out in the shed, free. I'm going from one temperature to the next. It's hot as like 4,000 degrees out there, like I'm on a barbecue pit. And all of a sudden, boom, it's gonna get cold in December, January. I'll be freezing out there. I think me and Darlene gonna work it out. We're gonna be okay. I just gotta be more sensitive. I got to be more of a sensitive man. I can't just think about myself. You know what I mean? She's done a lot for me. She's a good woman. She's done a lot for me. I really love her a lot. She loved me, so we're going to make it work. Anyway, I got to go. Say goodbye, Buttermilk. That was kind of a weak move. You do better than that. Well, you mean you lost all your energy. You run out of the barn, probably did. Try it again. That's much better. All right, here we go with the button again. We're gonna find the button. Wherever the damn button, where it is. We got this figured out. I said I was gonna make a switch. I ain't got around to it yet. I gotta go down to the hardware store and buy some wire and stuff, wire cutters and some not duct tape, some electric tape. Make a switch, and we're gonna hook a switch onto this cell phone, and we're just gonna go click, and we shut it off. Sit down, worried about this the whole time. All right, guys. See you later. Say goodbye, Buttermilk.